Hey, this is Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, we're going to talk about the actual cost for $10,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 51-year-old female. And first thing you need to know is you can go directly to our website at funeralfunds.com. We've got these quotas on just about every page. Fill out the state that you live in. We're licensed in all 50 states, by the way. Fill out the coverage amount. Put your birthday, click the Get Quotes. It'll take you to a page. I'll show you in that in just a moment. And you'll be able to see pricing from all the best companies and see actually the lowest pricing out there. It's the same quota that we use to help our clients. Now, the first thing you need to ask yourself as a 51-year-old female is $10,000 going to be enough for your final expense needs? Now, if you're going to get cremated and just come home in a cardboard box or an urn, $10,000 is plenty. If you're going to get cremated and then have some sort of a celebration of life ceremony or remembrance ceremony, that's probably going to be between $3,500 to $4,500. And just the cremation where you come home in a cardboard box is between $1,000 to $2,000. So $10,000 is more than enough if you already have insurance. So if you do, you can stop watching this video. If not, we would say typically at age 51, you should have somewhere between $5,000 to $10,000 for just a cremation in a cardboard box or an urn, simply because at age 51, you're hoping to make it to 61, 71, 81. So it wouldn't hurt to have some extra money built in there for inflation. And if you're doing the ceremony type thing, $3,500 to $4,500, it probably wouldn't hurt to have that same amount. But ultimately, in the end, the most important thing is to have this insurance. So if you can only afford between $3,000 or $5,000 or $7,000, just go ahead and do that right now, because you can always add more coverage. And again, we just don't know when we're going to pass away. So having some money for our family is better than having no money for our family. Now, if you're going to get buried, $10,000 would be enough at almost every place in America right now. You have to understand, though, that that's the cost of a burial right now. And $10,000 is not going to be a fancy burial at all. It's going to be very, very meager. It's going to be very Spartan. But most funeral homes will get that done, and they'll just kind of work with you to accommodate your needs as best they can, because, they certainly don't want that $10,000 check just to kind of walk down the street to their competitor. But keep in mind, if you are doing a burial, you should probably, especially at age 51, if you think you're going to live to 61, 71, 81, you'd probably want somewhere between $10,000 to $20,000. Now, again, if you're on a limited budget, just get what you can afford. It's better to have insurance rather than have no insurance. And that way your family will be provided for and taken care of, and they won't be burdened financially. Now, one thing we recommend is first aid coverage. And that's what we specialize here at Funeral Funds of America, first aid coverage or benefits with low-cost same-day approvals. Now, a lot of people would say, well, yeah, I want first aid coverage, but I've got some health issues. And to that, we would say, that's fine. Most of the companies that we work with are very accepting, and the different companies we work with all have different underwriting criteria. So 95% of the time, we're able to get people first aid coverage or benefits. And it's just actually not an issue at all, and you save a lot of money. So just keep that in mind. Now, really the only reason we wouldn't be able to get you first aid coverage is if you had some really significant health issues, like you had a terminal illness and you're going to pass away in the next 12 months, or you had dementia, or you were on dialysis, or you were in a hospital or a nursing home. And sometimes people will call us up and say, hey, we had a family member pass away this last week, and they don't have any insurance, and we don't have any money, and their body's down at the funeral home, and the funeral home's not going to do anything until they get paid. So we need to get this insurance really quickly. And we have to tell them that, unfortunately, there's no insurance company in America that will issue a life insurance policy on somebody who's already dead. And it's just really unfortunate the person who died put their family in this situation, because everybody knows they're going to die. So if you don't have this insurance, just learn from that mistake, and don't do that to your family. It's a terrible thing to do. Now, one thing we recommend you avoid is plans with 2-year waiting periods. And Colonial Penn is probably one of the most popular ones out there, just simply because they advertise all the time. It seems like their commercials are on TV every 7 minutes. But their $9.95 plan is a 2-year waiting period. And there's other companies out there that offer those too. Mutual of Omaha, AIG. Mutual of Omaha is actually through United of Omaha, AIG, Gerber. And there's other companies out there too. And the only thing they sell is 2-year waiting period plans. And they've done a pretty good job of convincing the American public that if you're over age 50, the only thing you qualify for is a 2-year waiting period plan. And nothing could be further from the truth, because we help people with first aid coverage all day long. So don't be a sucker. Don't be a sucker. Don't fall for some of this stuff you see on TV. But Colonial Penn, a lot of 51-year-olds would see that $9.95 pricing and they go, oh my gosh, I can probably get, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, maybe even $50,000 for $9.95, because those commercials sound so attractive. And then they get on the website and you'll see here, female age 51, $9.95, 1 unit's only going to get you $1,942. Boy, if that isn't a little disappointing, right? The commercials make it sound so good. Now, $1,942 might take care of a cremation if you died right now, but keep in mind, this is a 2-year waiting period. So in 2 years from now, it's going to be even worth less than it is right now. So unless you die of a health, or if you die of a health or medical reason in the next 2 years, this policy is not going to do you any good. So, it won't pay a death benefit anyway. So just kind of keep that in mind. But let's do some price shopping. Let's try to figure out, they've got this kind of per unit thing. I'm going to guess it's maybe around 5 units or so, just trying to figure out the math here at $19.42. They kind of use wackadoodle numbers when you've got this 1 unit thing at age 51 for a female. Anyway, this is 5. It's probably going to be just under at 97. So that's probably as close as you can get. Because if we go up to 6 units, then it's 11,000. So 5 units is closer. It's kind of frustrating. A lot of times people want a $10,000 policy, but all you can get from Colonial Penn is a $9,700.10. Kind of interesting, huh? But that's $49.75. Well, is that a good deal? Well, I don't think so. Not based on what I know anyway. So let's go and see what that would be with first aid coverage, see how much we could save you. So $10,000, age 51 female, and we're going to get the quote. And again, for roughly $10,000, it's about $50. And we come over here, it's $23. Now, Trinity Life is a great insurance company. We work with them, and level means first aid coverage, but it's $23.56 versus $49, and this isn't even $10,000. So just keep in mind, the Colonial Penn policy is like over 200% more expensive than this Trinity Life first aid coverage. And you've got the 2-year waiting period. So that's terrible. And the thing is you're going to overpay on this insurance every day for the rest of your life. So it's roughly, I'm just going to do kind of easy math here, roughly $25 more a month. That's $300 more a year. If you live 10 years, that's an extra $3,000 that you're overpaying on a $10,000 policy by going with a Colonial Penn. So we just don't recommend you overspend, and we don't recommend you get a 2-year waiting period. You could literally, with Trinity Life, you could get twice the coverage. You could get probably right around $20,000 and still be less than Colonial Penn was for $9,710. Keep that in mind. Let's look at some other pricing. There's other companies out there. You'll be able to see all these on the quarter when you're on our website. Let's find a company that advertises quite a bit. Okay, yeah, like Lincoln Heritage here. A fine company, level coverage, first aid coverage, but look at their pricing. Yeah, it's more expensive. And the reason is they've got a deal where when you pass away, they'll call like 2-3 different funeral homes or whatever, and kind of try to get the lowest pricing. Maybe do a couple other things too. But it's not a free service. You pay for it. So $35 versus roughly 20. So it's about $12 more a month. That'd be $144 more a year. 10 years from now, that would be $1,440 that you would have overspent, just roughly. So the question that needs to be asked is it worth around $1,440, $1,440 for a company to make a few phone calls and maybe do a couple other things, when you could just do it a different way? We at Funeral Funds, we provide free of charge a funeral and estate planning guide where you can just fill it out, who gets what goes where you want to be buried, or final wishes, everything like that. We recommend you just fill it out, keep it with your insurance policy. And that way, when you do pass away, your family knows everything that you want done, and they can just go right on down. They don't have to think about it. They just can carry out your final wishes, and they'll know that you were loving them and thinking of them well in advance of your death. And it's the ultimate gift of love that you're trying to spare them that financial hardship and emotional hardship. So we offer that. It's free. And boy, I tell you what, over time, it saves you a lot of money. So go to our website. These quotas are pretty much on every page. You can call us at our toll-free number, 888-862-9456. And if you have an existing policy that you want to price shop, or you want to add coverage to, or if you need a brand new policy, or even if you just have any questions or just want some information, just reach out to us. We look forward to helping you out with this, and we're so excited to talk with you whenever you are ready to do this. Until that day comes, though, you take care, you stay safe, you have a nice day. Bye-bye.